Welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me today. Today we're gonna do more interesting painting compared to normal paintings. But before I tell you anything about what I've done up here, let me run the colors across the screen of the colors that you'll need. And so let me explain to you what I've done. So I got an old cheap brush and I just started making figures of like some distant trees with some black gesso. And to that black gesso I added like a yellow white color, so I made like this greenish, and I just flicked some dots on that, and I allowed that to dry. Then on top I added like what seemed to be tree trunks, and I added a path, and in between I've actually added a little cabin right around here. And so I allowed everything to dry, just messing around with gesso and everything. Once it all dried up, I applied a thin layer of the liquid clear. The liquid clear, all it does is makes it slick, wet, and being able to blend colors. Rather than that, we can get started today. As you can see, my palette's messy. Forgot to clean it and didn't want to fix it up. So you're going to have to deal with this dirty palette. But it's alright. Alright, little bit of phthalo blue. And let's go into a little bit of titanium white. Since there's no liquid white, it's not going to lighten up our value. So we have to line it up on our palette by ourselves. Let's come up here. Just like so. Just like if you're painting normally, Just go crisscross. Just tap some paint. And just go through. You'll still see the figures of the trees even if you go through it. So don't be too worried about that. Maybe this scene's gonna be like a foresty type scene. Something in the distance. Okay? Some white just to make some mist over here. Make it a bit misty. And when you're doing this, if you prepare your canvas like this, you do it the way that catches your attention. Now, I woke up and this was what I had in mind. So this was exactly what I did. Okay, and just like that, we're good to go. Let me clean my brush. Just like so. And today's a bit more simpler since all you're doing after the gesso is just applying color. You don't have to worry about your darks, your lights, or any of that. Dry my brush off a little bit. And we're good to go. Now, let's work on those distant foothill trees. Something in the far. We're gonna grab a Bob Ross 1-inch brush. And let's go ahead a little blue. Little blue, little cadmium yellow. Just like so. Load it into your brush. Let's come up here. And let's lay in that distant little tree. Oh, and I forgot to mention. In the tree I put like an indication of a tree trunk. But we're not gonna see it much since there's so many tree trunks in front. So I kind of lost the point of that. but it's still a good thing to put in case you do see it, and it just puts in another perspective into this piece. Don't get rid of all the dark. Keep some of that dark. Remember, just loading up your brush full with paint, and really you just need like if you're almost just using the corner of your brush, and think of each individual leaf. Well, maybe it isn't too much about just coloring. Maybe you do gotta worry about some highlights, but not shadows anymore. I hope you guys are having a nice day today. You know, it's always a nice day to paint, no matter what. Now, I'm gonna go into a little touch of crimson and just take it through that yellow. Crimson and yellow. When I woke up today, I thought, why don't I have this painting already? I should have had it by now. Why did it take me so long to think about this idea? Okay? Have you seen me moving around time to time? It's not that I'm trying to get out of the way, but it's that I'm trying to get out of the way from the mosquitoes. Since right now there's lots of mosquitoes, and I don't want to get bitten. And I don't like putting on spray since it's so, it smells a lot. Alright, a little bit more blue. Take it through that cadmium yellow. Load it up. Let's come up here. There's that difference in tone, so over here you could tell. I'm just tapping, and already we got the indications of some leafy trees that just live around there. Just trying to blend some of that color, make it seem all together. The tree in front actually looks like the tree trunks from behind, so that kind of benefited us. Now let's go ahead, let's do the same for the other side. Doesn't matter, as long as we keep some shadow, some spacing, and we find a way to make this come together. You know, with painting, you just gotta go with the flow. Little cadmium yellow. Hopefully this separate. Yep, this will definitely separate the trees. Look at that. Ain't that easy and quick? I want to separate a little bit over here. Just like so. Well, I think that's it for the trees. I'm still messing around and saying that's it. I'm just trying to be 100% satisfied. Should always be satisfied with your paintings. Alright, let me wash the brush. I feel as if today there's gonna be more of me washing the brush. Sadly, you guys can't see it since I can't move my tripod or any of that. I would love for you guys to see this. This is truly the fun part. Shake off the excess. Just beat the bristles. And since this is a new brush, it's taking out the hairs of the bristles that weren't as strong, you could say. Okay, now I want to just look from a distance a little bit and kind of determine where. But I'm gonna grab a 2 inch. And I'm actually gonna go through a little bit of phthalo blue. What can I do with some phthalo blue? Well, let's just scrub it on here. Let's see what I get done here. Just tapping in pure phthalo blue. No mixture, no nothing. Let's come up here, this side, and just add in some of that. I was thinking of putting in like a fence with some gesso, but then I was like, that ruins the effect of nature. I want it to have that full effect, and I want it to feel like it's out there. So I decided for this painting not to put in a fence. But if you're painting this picture, this image, and if in your painting you think there should be a fence, go ahead, put a fence. I was thinking of later on when this painting dries and everything, if everything goes well, to put like a deer or something. A deer would be nice. So since there's blue, cadmium yellow will just pick that up and turn green automatically. That's why I put the blue base underneath. Look at that. Nice. But we kind of lost our trees at this point, but we could bring them back if I have enough time though. You know, this a perfect place for someone to take a walk in the morning. You know, a nice morning walk. And this cabin is perfect for someone to stay, for camping. If they stay too long, those bears that probably live around there might come around and try to take their food. I don't know. When you're painting, make up these stories. People think you're crazy, but as when you're painting, you could get away with it. What's so interesting about everyone if we're the same, right? Gotta be a little interesting. Just using the corner to fill in that corner area because I don't want to fill in that house or cabin. Now, let me wash the brush. What is this? The third time I'm washing the brush? Usually I don't have time to wash it. Or I prefer to save time by not washing it until I'm done with the video. Rinse it out. Trust me, when you're painting and you're cleaning your brush, you don't want anyone to be near you. If not, you're gonna lose a friendship of how much you splattered the paint and everything. No, no, no. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get some blue, some yellow. mix up a green on our palette, some red, and I'm gonna mix it off down here because it might be a bit quicker than me having to be watching that I have the right angle or whatever. In the meantime, you can look at the painting just like so. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out. So please do me the favor of that. Okay, to that brown, some white, cut a row. Let's come up here. I think I'm gonna put it like that. I mean, in my vision, there's trees covering this, so hopefully I don't change my vision, and hopefully I get to show you my full vision. Let's put some highlight on that path. Same color with my palette knife. Okay, a little bit here and there. Some white. You do it until you're satisfied. Again, painting is an individual thing. So you got to be satisfied with your stuff, and I'll be satisfied with my stuff. And we all don't have the same vision. That's what makes painting so great. That we don't all have the same vision. If not, it would be the same paintings. No difference. Who would want to be in that world? Definitely not me. Okay, let's come up here. Can we zoom in a little bit in that cabin right here? Let's just touch. I want to give the illusion of like an old cabin in that foresty area. Don't want to make it look like a new one. If I make it look new, I'm not going to be satisfied. And I know it. So why am I going to lie to myself? Okay, some dark color. Let's put in a little door. Sorry if I'm covering too much. It's just I'm used to it like this. I need some dark. There we go. Now, this is where you shape your cabin. Not really for me since I already had it pre-shaped, but to sharpen the edges and everything. Now, go back into some cad yellow. Fix up some of the edges. Just fix it up a bit. Okay, let me stand back a bit. I want some bushes over here. So for that, I'm gonna grab a 1 inch. And since, or, I could probably get away with just putting the highlights, but also I feel like I'd get caught doing it. You will see too much highlight and no shadow. So just for that, I'm gonna put the shadow, I think. So I'm gonna run my brush through some mountain mixture. This is a completely new brush. I just got this brush. So it gives me joy having to use it, but then it gives me pain having to use it. For those people who paint and use a new brush, I don't know if you get the same feeling as me, but I want to use it, but I don't want to use it. Okay, let's just pop in a few, and you pull your brush through one direction, and that should round up one of the corners. That corner goes upwards, and you just tap it. It shouldn't be much pressure. It should just be a tap, and that's it. Okay, let me go through that dark again. One side as well. Roll it through the side, and just pop in here and there. And I'm trying to improve my painting techniques for to show you guys more advanced. I was just reviewing it. I think it was yesterday. I was reviewing how to improve my mountains, improve a little of everything in general. So once I'm gonna practice off camera, but once I master it, I'm gonna try to do some videos of me doing it on camera. So let me just clean my brush. Just one more time. Okay. Hopefully I don't bore you guys from me just cleaning the brushes. Brand new brush and already. Okay. I got that. Now I guess I could put in a little tree trunk highlight. Just here and there. Just so we know the trees are supported. Okay. Sorry, some of my hair is getting in my way. Just, you could tap it. You don't have to really worry too much about it. It's nice to have some, but you don't have to worry crazy amount. Okay, so now we got that. We got a few minutes to spare. So let's go ahead. Let's put in some trees, like in my vision. So I'm gonna just go into some pre-made brown that I had. And boom. And I want another tree, like right over here, like right in the beginning. I also want another tree, and these trees aren't really gonna be um, much detailed, but they're gonna be there. And you choose whether or not you want these trees. You choose where to put them if you want them. You choose everything. Maybe Maybe there's one that grew right behind this cabin. Okay? And maybe there's one that lives right around here. And I'm just putting a lot of trees. Maybe another one that lives around there. And maybe once that's a little crooked. There we go. Something like that. Nothing too crazy. Washing my fan brush. Now, I'm gonna go into some white, some of that brownish color. Get a roll. And just tap in a basic highlight for these trees. Well, not tap, but like touch and slide down. So, as I was mentioning to you guys, I'm trying to improve my skills of landscape painting, but I'm also trying to learn how to paint flowers, roses, all of that stuff. So I could change it up a bit, not just landscapes. Okay? And I think with this, we could close off today's painting. I'm pretty satisfied with the outcome. Just like that. And again, these videos that I'm making are just to give you guys ideas, and you guys can go off from there. Okay? A little bit of yellow on my 2-inch, and just fix a little bit where you feel like you need to fix. But I think I'm satisfied with that. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this painting. It's a little more interesting one, but it's a perfect one for you to try out, and a perfect one for you to gift others. Until then, I hope you have success with this painting, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.